Oi, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going through my Veto Pro Pack Tech XL. This is my main big bag for absolutely everything. If I don't know exactly what I'm doing, this is coming with me on site. Future videos will be the Veto MC and the day-to-day pouch which I carry, which is the MP1. So let's jump into it. So obviously the Veto Tech XL is one of their largest bags. It's just a carry strap and a handle. And this will be your first side. This is the main side where I hold most of my tools. We'll go through them one by one. So if we start from the left-hand side, we've got some tin snips from Milwaukee. They've done me well for the last 2 years. Can't really complain. It's probably about time for an upgrade. They've had a lot of use, but overall they've been a really good tool. And then I've just thrown an assortment of different spanners. As you can see, we've got some ring spanners. They're the ratcheting ones. If you haven't got a pair of those, they're a lifesaver. Really, really good. These are Gear Wrench brand. I've had these for probably 8 years. Still look like new. Maybe I don't use them as much as I should. And then you got these sort of universal moving spanners. I'm actually really not sure what they're called, but they've got two different sizes at each end, 13 and a 12. These are from Bahco. Really good kit, really, really handy. On the very left-hand side, an extension, that's a 300 extension. So it just goes to show what you can fit in here. That's obviously 300 high, fits in there nice and snug. Got the Knipex. Absolutely love these. Adjustable, allows you just a little bit of movement. These have been really, really great. And you've got your Wera Alan keys. I'm actually waiting on a new set to come in. I've got to get a new Imperial set, but these are metric. I might be doing a review on these a bit later. They look really good. Haven't been too much of a fan of the actual plastic outside, as it is fairly slippery. It's not the greatest in your hands. When it comes to Allan keys, these are my old set. These are an Imperial set that I keep around. Just a cheapie. I think these were like 20 bucks from Boxo. They've served me well. Same sort of style. And you've got the Milwaukee right angle bit. Now that's easily 10 years old. That's done me heaps of work. Well worth the money. They are a little bit pricey compared to some of the others, but especially with the handle, really, really good. Then you just got your screwdrivers. I've had the Wera for a while. These are the stainless laser tip. I don't know if you can sort of see that. They're sort of laser etched. They've been really good. I've got a couple of sets of those, and I've also got a couple of sets of the Wiha Picos. Picofinish, really good. If you haven't got a set of these are on my essentials list. Really, really good, great sizes, great feel in the hand, and they just fit almost anywhere. Then in that same pocket, got a Milwaukee extension. That one's, I think, a 200. So it's good to have a couple of those around. Another spanner. And you got more Wera. Got all the bits in there. If you haven't seen that, I think I've done a couple of posts on this on my Instagram, if not YouTube. That extends out to there. Really, really handy. That can then get removed and used in even your impact driver. So that's a really good kit to have around. A couple of cold chisels. These are just from Stanley, just 3 set. Really, really handy. Once again, these are probably about 10 years old as well. They've done really well. If we keep going across, we've got a file, nothing too flash there. And you've got a Bahco adjustable wrench. It's a slimline one. It's been really handy. Really nice handle. Great finish. That's been a really good tool. Nice and easy adjustment. Throw that in there. Just Milwaukee scissors. They're really good as well. They're only about 20 bucks, and I mainly use these for Velcro. We do a lot of Velcro in AV, and a little bit when I'm doing data, obviously, but they're really good to have around. Some long needle nose. Now they are lifesavers. If you haven't got a pair of these and you're a Sparky or some sort of tech, getting in walls, in holes, pulling out cables, this is the way to go. These are like $9 off eBay, I think. Really cheap. And you've got Milwaukee saw. This has been quite good. I do rate this one. I do like the teeth on this one. A lot of them are either too fine or too rough, but this one's just right. Obviously just a level, nothing too flash there. A square, it's just an Empire brand. I've had this for probably 10 years as well. It's done me well, has a level in there. Don't know how much I would trust that. I can't remember the last time I used it, but that's always in there. And then on the side here, we just have an assortment of hole saws, some spade bits, some auger bits. You never know when they'll come in handy. So you got little pockets on the side. Really, really good. You got this for Commscope cables for their data jacks. It's quite an expensive tool, but it's something we almost use daily for fitting off. Comes in a nice little bag. Basically this pocket here is just for my data fit off tools. I actually don't have a chrome tool or a 110 in here. Haven't used them for a while. I think they're in one of my other bags, but they're normally in there. So you've got a couple of others for Panjute and Siemon cables. That one's for the male. So we've got an inline crimper. This is just a cheap one. I think this was just from Trade Tools, like 20 bucks. You can definitely spend a lot on these for your inline crimps. Don't really use them too often, which is why I haven't spent too much, but that fits in there. It's always handy. And you got conduit cutters. These are Crescents. Not too bad. I've found that these go blunt quite quick. And if you're watching Drew, these are yours. And you've got some vice grips. These are Irwin brand. I've had these for absolutely ages, but always handy to have around. And you just got a random 50mm hole saw. That always comes in handy. I use the 50s all the time, whether it's for GPOs or data outlets, holes in timber, who knows. That's the main size we use, so that's why I have it in this bag. I have got a whole nother kit for hole saws. Then you got the Milwaukee torch. It's been really handy, really good brightness. The battery doesn't last too long, but the really good part is this back bit is actually sort of like a rubber, which is meant basically for your mouth, so you can hold on to it while you're working. So it's sort of unusual, but it's definitely a great feature. Then you got some Extron screwdrivers. We get these because we do a lot of work with Extron gear. As you can see, it's just a flat blade, spin it over. You got a little Phillips. Nice and easy, always handy to have around. They're floating in all my bags. If we dig down here, then just have security bits. Use them all the time. Always handy to have. And if we go into the deep part of the pocket, just got another small hole saw. I don't think there's too much more down here. Have got just a cheap little stubby. Got to always have a stubby with you. Other than that, just a tech bit, a couple of pens. But that's basically it for this side. So if we zip this up, in these pockets, I don't really carry too much in this one. I believe it's just assortment of gear. Basically, you've got batteries, you've got a couple of drill bits. I keep my locks in there for if I want to lock these up. always handy to have around. If we go to the side, just got a battery. Battery goes on the battery clamp. Keep my magnet, always good to have around. Go to this side. I don't think I've ever kept anything in these pockets. Yeah, you can see it's pretty clean, but they are handy. They have got a whole pile of little pockets with little bits and pieces. And just clips up. This one, usually, that's my Lyra marker replacements. I think that's about it really. Sometimes just more batteries. I normally keep a heap of batteries around because we go through them real quick. And on this side, it's all the larger stuff. So this just shows you what you can keep in there. As you can see, it's not as packed nicely as the other side, but this is just all the larger stuff. So obviously I keep my M12 gear in here, just the impact, and the normal drill. Just have 2 amp hour batteries on these. That lasts plenty. If I know I'm going to be doing more work, I'll either take the 18 volt or I'll take a larger battery, but that suffices. We just got a Brother labeler. As you can see, fits nicely in these pockets. And then you've got the soldering iron from Milwaukee. So I use those same batteries or take another one if I know I'm going to be doing a lot. That fits in there nicely. Got an RCD tester. Always handy to have around. We go into here, we've just got gloves. Got the headlamp, Milwaukee headlamp. It's about time to upgrade that actually. She's getting a bit tired. Drill bits, so you can keep a whole pack of drill bits. That's a 25 piece from X-Torque, that's from Sydney Tools. Really good kit. I've had that for the last year now. I normally get a new one every year, but this one's actually going pretty good. And I've got a F-set. This is a JDSU F-set. I think I paid, a long time ago, I paid a carton for this off another guy. And it's done really good. Like I'm talking probably almost 10 years ago. So really good. As you can see, these are elastic pockets. So that fits in there perfectly. Just got a little drill bit, tech bit up there. Then obviously, Fluke meter. That's the 117. Really good. Once again, about 10 years old. I got this when I first turned tradesman. Obviously got the magnet at the back. If you haven't got one of them, it's well worth the money. It just fits in there nicely. And I just got a little bag with AV gear. So you're just looking at a bit of solder, bit of green sleeve, bit of sticky Velcro, some sleeves. Actually, that's what I didn't go over. It must have fallen out. That's my stretcher. If you guys haven't seen that, I've done a couple of posts on Instagram about it, I think. Quickly show you. So in this bag, have some sleeves. And all you do is put it over that like there. And it stretches it. And then you throw that on top of a cable. And it leaves a nice end. If you haven't seen that, I might do even another YouTube video on it, but I've definitely done it on Instagram, so check that out. So that's basically it for this side. You've got a few pockets up the top. I don't really utilize them too much. I just lose things in there. There's not too much down the bottom. If we then turn this around, you would have seen I have the Milwaukee bag on the side. And that is basically bits and pieces bag. So this will come with me most of the times. I do like to have this around, depending on the job. But if we go through it, it's just an assortment of bits and pieces, basically. So these are the Worth multi-bits. You would have seen these on my Instagram. So these go through metal, concrete, tile, absolutely everything. So it's really handy to have around. They come in a few different sizes, but these have been really handy when you just only want to take a couple of bits. Comes in a nice case. Obviously, I've just got a few different sized sockets, an impact socket, got all the adapters, because we use them a lot when we're out in the field. That one got thrown in there. I haven't used that yet, so that's the Worth hole saw. You just got a lot of masonry bits, even a tiny, look at that, a 6er. I don't think I've used that yet, but really handy. You got a 45 angle bit from Milwaukee. That's probably almost 8 years old as well. Really handy. And you just got more bits, hex bits. Just an assortment really. What else have we got? Got one of them, universal socket. Some guys hate these. I absolutely love them. I wouldn't say they're a great quality tool, but these are great just to keep around and get jobs done sometimes. I like to carry it around when I don't know exactly what size bit I need. Always good to throw that one in. Really handy. Just more sockets, but that's about it for in there. And if you haven't seen my other video, I've done a full post on these. These are just your bit holders. As you can see, you can unclip it, take that wherever you go, and it's just got more bits on it. A bit for every sort of screw and nut and bolt you can find. Really handy. So that goes on every single bag that I carry, really. Alright, so that's basically it for the Veto Tech XL. If you have any questions or anything else you want to see with the bag, definitely hit me up, let me know, leave it in the comments. Next time I'll probably be going through my MC. The MC isn't always packed. A lot of the tools out of the XL go to the MC. Even yesterday I had a small job, so rather than lugging this through the city, I threw them into here, and I normally carry my MP1. I'll be going through that fully in another video. And if you had any questions or anything, definitely let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe. I've got a lot of new stuff coming out very soon, so keep watching and stay tuned. Cheers, guys.